Have you ever walked into a supplement store and felt absolutely overwhelmed with the number of options you have? If you're like most women, you've been there and you know exactly what that feels like. I'm Shannon Clark and I'm from legsbumsandtums.com. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the best supplements that I would recommend for women. Some of you may be feeling a little uncertain about whether you should be even taking supplements or not. A lot of people think that they're putting unnatural substances into their body and they're only going to do harm. The truth is that if you choose your supplements correctly, they can help enhance the fat loss process and help you be healthier overall. The key is to know which ones to choose and which to avoid. The main thing to think about is ask yourself, what is the goal that the supplement is trying to accomplish? If the supplement claims that it's going to help you, say, lose 10 pounds in 5 days or something like that, you have a pretty good idea that supplement is up to no good. It's going to be putting in stimulants into your body and it's probably not going to be having you feeling all that well. Instead, if you look at supplements that are adding ingredients that you normally might be getting from food, but you might not be because of the food intake that you're choosing, that's the kind of supplements that you want to turn your focus to. When you're getting in nutrients versus stimulants, then you're doing your body good. When you're getting in those stimulants, you're just stressing your system out, and while they may help a little bit with the weight loss process, they're going to leave you not feeling very good, so you just want to stay away from them entirely. So let's take a time to go over 4 of the key supplements that I recommend to most women. The first one is iron. As a woman, you're probably not eating a lot of red meat. I know when I talk to a lot of women about their diet and I ask them what their main protein sources are, steak is nowhere to be found. A lot of women think that steak is too high in fat, too high in calories, and basically just has no place in their fat loss diet, so they cut it out. While it's true that you can get your protein from other sources like chicken or fish or eggs, and those are all great sources of protein, the problem is that those sources don't have the iron that you're looking for. And as a woman, you're going to lose a little bit of iron each month in your monthly menstrual cycle, so you're more likely to be deficient than a man is. Iron is important for helping you maintain your energy levels and also to boost your exercise performance. If you're lacking in iron, you're going to notice that you're very fast to hit fatigue, especially with endurance type of activities, because you just aren't getting the oxygen to the muscles because you're not having the appropriate red blood cell count. So you really need to be getting more iron. When you're doing the supplements, you're getting heme iron too, which is important. You can get iron from foods that aren't red meat, but it's the non-heme form of iron, and that's not absorbed quite as well in the body. So iron supplement is definitely a must-have. The second supplement that I recommend to women is calcium. Like the red meat, they're cutting out dairy as well, and dairy can actually help with the fat loss process. Studies have shown that women who include dairy-rich foods in their diet show greater fat loss from the stomach region especially than those who don't. So if you are someone who can eat Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, skim milk, that kind of thing, great, you're already on track. If you're someone who doesn't really like those foods, then supplementing with calcium is a really smart thing to do. You might not get quite the same benefits, as the studies do show that it's a little more effective when you're eating dairy foods, but the calcium will definitely help out, and in addition to that, it's also going to help strengthen the bones, which is important because osteoporosis is something that some women do have to worry about. Moving on, the third supplement that I recommend is fish oil. Fish oil is really full of essential fatty acids, which is something that you need to function properly. Unfortunately, the body cannot make essential fatty acids on its own, so you either have to take it in through your diet or through supplement form. Fatty acids are found in foods such as walnuts, flax seeds, as well as fatty sources of fish. So if you're already taking in those sources daily, you might be okay. But most women aren't, so that's why you need to turn to the fish oil. It just takes probably 2 to 4 grams of fish oil a day and you're going to get a lot of benefits. Fish oil is one of the most beneficial supplements you could take because it's going to help with decreasing your risk of diabetes, decreasing your risk of cancer, and it also helps to boost your insulin sensitivity, and that's something that's really important for fat loss because of the fact the more sensitive you are to insulin, the better you're going to be able to use the carbohydrates that you eat, and the more they're going to move into the muscle versus sitting around in the blood and then getting stored as fat. So go look into fish oil. That's something you don't want to miss out on. Finally, the last supplement you want to look into is a multivitamin. I do recommend that you try and get as many nutrients as you can from food sources, just because you're going to get a lot more benefits from eating real food. But on those days when you're pressed for time and maybe you didn't make your lunch in the morning and you had to stop off and get something that you just wasn't part of your diet, having the multivitamin is really good for assurance sake. It's going to provide you with vitamins and minerals that, while they may not seem like they're that big of a deal, they can make a big deal if you're missing out on them over time. They can impact your energy levels, they can impact the way your body's functioning, even impact the way you're burning fat. So having that multivitamin just gives you that peace of mind of knowing that you're getting what you need. So I would take a good look at all 4 of those supplements first when you go into the supplement store, and then once you have those covered, you can maybe start looking into some other options. But get those 4 first and you'll be on your way to success. I'm Shannon Clark and I'm with legsbumsandtums.com. Make sure that you check out our site for more helpful tips and information on how to help you succeed with your weight loss process.